Are these question 1, 2? Okay. Today we have a new model. First set, what do the questions deal with? Close test, but very short paragraph. You should get all the 5 correct, should not be a problem. We'll start with, what is this about? This is about a great personality, Leonardo da Vinci. He was a sculptor, he was a painter, he was a writer, he was a scientist, he was a doctor, he was multi-talented, multi-skilled. Write one expression, multifaceted. When someone is good at so many things, we use the expression multifaceted personality. F-A-C-E-T-E-D, multifaceted personality. And this man was quite popular for 2 of his paintings. One is Mona Lisa, the other one, The Last Supper. And Mona Lisa again very popular for one particular reason, though it's a very small painting. It is known for its smile, enigmatic smile. Write one word, enigmatic smile. Below that you write, nice color, isn't it? How do you feel? How does it look, the color? Here it looks nice. Enigma. Write the meaning of the word enigma. Enigma means a mystery. When we say enigmatic smile, mysterious smile. Very popular for that. But a lot of people get disappointed when they go there. It is in France, Italy or France? France, I suppose. One of the reasons why do they get disappointed, usually a painting we expect a big canvas. But this is a very small painting. Close quarters also you may not get impressed to a great extent, but somehow it became very popular. That's a different story. So this is all about that. I have provided the backdrop. Should be easy to understand now. 5 centuries after Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa, the portrait, underline the word portrait. When it comes to photography or painting, we talk about the landscape, seascape, portraits. You must be, I'm sure you all know. Hangs behind, underline the word hang. Hang can be a regular verb, can be an irregular verb. As a regular verb, it goes with persons. As an irregular verb, it goes with things. Hangs behind the bulletproof glass within the Louvre Museum and thousands of jostling spectators. Underline the word jostling. I think you have got this word a few times. What does it mean? Push someone, or not one person, a group of people to move forward, to make your way. Usually this goes with push someone or a group of people to move forward. Brackets you write, it goes with movies. In a theater you want the tickets, you jostle. And any event, movies, functions or matches, all these. Have you copied it? Fine. Here, and thousands of jostling spectators. Usually what happens, before you go to the options, because of the context you have to think of, and the context talks about a particular popular painting, you have to think of it attracts a lot of people, draws a lot of people, and brings in a lot of people. These are the combinations you have to think of. What is the first option over here? Can you use the verb, it is in present, so you need the verb with S or ES. How many options with S or ES? If you use your grammar knowledge, only one option, that is the answer. But contextually, always try to get not relevant, not relevant. Deadlock means a situation without a solution. Write the meaning of the word deadlock. Deadlock means a situation without a solution. It has become a deadlock. They have entered a deadlock. Not relevant here. Attract is right, but it is not in the right form. Mark it wrong. Standoff. Standoff means some sort of dispute, like a dispute or a deadlock you can say. Not relevant here. What is the answer based on that? The third option is the answer. Should not be that difficult to make out. Question number 2. Draws thousands of jostling spectators each day. It is the most famous painting in the world, and yet when viewers to see, go to see or visit to see, usually combination words I'm telling. Can you use the word ruled in this context? Mark it wrong. Manage to see the artwork up close. Hold this one. Can you use the word command? Command means what? Order. It does not go with the context. Surrender out of context. Administer. Why will the spectators or the viewers do that? What is the answer? Usually there is a distance, but if they manage to go very close, to see the artwork up close, if they try to go very close, that's what it means. To see the artwork up close, they are likely to be, underline to be. So do you expect the verb to be in which form? Past participle form. To be disappointed, to be surprised, to be amazed. Any of these words. Can you use the word ruled here? Not related to the context. I'm sorry. Yes. Can you use humble? No. Mark it wrong, I'll give the meaning later. To be bewildered. How many words in past participle form? Only one word. Which one is that? If you use your grammar knowledge, that is the answer. But always grammar knowledge not advisable. Based on the question, you have to know the meanings. Write the meaning of the word humble. First you write one sentence. He has been humbled. It could be positive, it could be negative. Here it is a negative one. He has been humbled. Means he has been shown his position. He has been made realize what exactly or where exactly he stands. He has been humbled. Brackets you write negative. Negative. But humble, you write the word humble. Write the word simple. Write the word modest. Humble, simple, modest. Write one idiomatic expression. Down to earth. And related word, not the same form, write the word humility. All these mean the same. Imagine there is a great person, a great personality. He is very simple. Then what are the words you use? He is always humble. He is always simple. He is always modest. And he shows a lot of humility. Humility is a noun. Pattern changes. He shows a lot of humility and he is humble. Patterns are different. And there is one idiomatic expression. What is it? He is always down to earth. All these are very important except the word simple. Have you guys got it? But here there is one thing you have to recollect. First again you write the word humility, or if that is the last word you have written, below that you write one more word. Write the word humiliation. Humility is a positive word. Humiliation is a negative word. Humiliation means insult. He could not bear the humiliation. He could not take the humiliation. Means what? Insult. Those are confusing. You got to be careful. Shall I go to the next one? Yes, sir. Thank you. So here, bewilder. Bewilder, another important word. Actually, bewilder. Write a few words one below the other. Confuse, puzzle, baffle. They all mean the same. Bewilder, confuse, puzzle, baffle. I was bewildered. Means I was confused, I was puzzled, I was baffled. Here they have given two words. What are the two words they have given? Bewilder and baffle. But here it should be in which form? Have you copied all the four words? It should be in which form? Will you say bewilder or baffled? To be baffled. Answer is the other words are rather easy. We don't have to waste time. Next one. Are likely to be baffled or bewildered or confused or puzzled by the small subdued portrait. Subdued means not very dominating. Subdued, usually it goes with, write the combination color. Some colors are dominating, some colors are subdued. Not dominating, not aggressive. You cannot use that. She is dressed, after that, she is dressed how? Translucent veil. If you take Muslim girls, usually they cover the face. What is the word for that? Please write the meaning of the word veil. Means a thin cloth to cover the face. You all know that? Yes or no? Sure. Now things have changed. We don't, on and off we don't see, that's a different thing. Translucent means what? Partially transparent, not completely. Completely blocked, opaque. You all know the word opaque, not transparent. What is opposite? Transparent, see-through. In between, translucent, partially opaque. That's also an important word. Have you written? So here, please respond. It's a request from my side. Because as such, I'm half asleep. In the sense, I got up at 3:30. So almost half asleep. If you don't respond, you will sleep, I will sleep. That should not happen. Okay. So if you respond, at least I can be awake and I can continue with my analysis. So usually when it comes to a particular lady being dressed, what are the words? Can you use the word quiet? She dressed quietly? No. Chaste. Chaste means a pure, one of the meanings. Does it go with the dress? No. Simple. Perhaps you can. But here, dressed in a simple manner, that would be a better expression. Bold, possible. But here we are talking about the 17th century, I suppose. Modestly. Modestly means what? Here, grammar knowledge. Ask the, what is the verb here? Underline the word dressed. Then you ask the question, dressed how? Modestly. That is an adverb. And which type of adverb is it? Adverb of manner. Based on that answer is the fifth option. Only one adverb is there, that is the answer. Either way you can deal, but contextual awareness is important. Dark robes, robes again you underline. Robes means what? Clothes. Are you guys writing? You know the word, so no need to write. Robes means clothes. And no jewelry. This is American spelling. Jewelry, this is not the spelling. Much has been said about a smile and gaze. Gaze means, write the meaning of the word gaze. The way you look at something. You can also write the word stare. What is the meaning of the word stare? To look at someone or something for a long time. In our country, staring is part of our culture. Imagine a boy comes in shorts or a girl comes in shorts. Everyone will turn their head, forget the master, look at that person. Staring. In the US, it's an open society. No one cares what others do. They wear, they don't wear, no one is bothered. If at all someone is bothered, they look at that person. They go and say, didn't your mother teach you that staring is a bad habit? They say that. Didn't your mother teach that staring is a bad habit? In American culture, you are not supposed to stare up. It is part of our culture. Staring. Yes or no? Question is from my side. Answer is also from my side. So, but viewers still might wonder. Seems right. Hold that one. Might curiosity. Can you say that? Mark it wrong. Might, here word form is important. Might admiration. Here we cannot use a noun word in the noun form. Might spectacle, not relevant. Might thinking. So what is the right word here? You might wonder what is this about. All the five are easy. I would like to know out of curiosity who has got all the five correct. 4 correct. 3 correct. Okay. We'll go to the next set of questions. What are these about? Should not be that difficult. How many questions? 3 or 4? As I said, always look at the 4 parts and ask yourself, what is this about? What is this about? US government offered someone something, and whether he was happy, not happy, he made a sarcastic statement based on that. So what does it start with? When the US government offered Bolivian president 15 million US dollars to help, he couldn't even afford to help quell riots in. He responded that with that he couldn't even afford to pay for the cigars he smoked. So have you got it? They offered to quell, write the meaning of the word quell. Quell means control. Quell what? Riots. Riots means clashes. Quell riots means stop clashes. So he responded with, that is we use one word, adosity. Adosity means what? It has two different meanings. One is a negative meaning. Audacious behavior means too arrogant. When a country offers some billions of dollars, you say, it is not worth the cigars I smoked. That is the ultimate way to insult a particular country. So what does it start with? For God's sake, please respond at least today. How many options with S? When the US government offered, whom did it offer? Bolivian president. So you don't have to worry. SP, how many options? These are all very easy now. And question number 7, what is it about? Henry Zanzen was the first person, you cannot say cup, you cannot say two back, coach. SR, how many options? Only one option. That is the answer. Henry Zanzen was the first coach to lead his team to back-to-back Vanier Cup championships. Everything falls in place. Question number 8, what is this about? 2 million people joined hands to show something. Approximately 2 million people joined hands to form a human chain spanning some kilometers across the Soviet republics to do what? To demonstrate their desire for independence. So what does it start with? There's a problem with these questions. I don't know how they are going to give in the exam. Do they use a punctuation or they don't use a proper punctuation? In the exam, do they use proper punctuation? These questions, has anyone taken the exam? He has already cleared mains also, 1 or 2 exams. Do they use proper punctuation? Now here we have a problem. What is the problem? Punctuation is a problem. But imagine you depend on grammar, you depend on punctuation, then you cannot handle, you get confused. On the other hand, you focus on the contextual awareness, you just ignore, everything falls in place. So what does it start with? Q. After that, joined what? Hands. QP, how many options? Save your time. Question number 9, what is this about? A former Philippine National Police officer, seems right? A former Philippine National Police officer, a pair, hijacked a tourist bus in Manila, holding its occupants hostage for nearly 11 hours. So what does it start with? P. How many options with PS? The answer is that. But a few important words are here. See, smart learning, put a star mark above the word Philippine. Why should you do that? Something has fallen. As long as things fall in that direction, no problem. They come in my direction, I have to worry. Why should you put a star mark above that word? Tell me. Which day is today? Monday. There is an expression. All of you please write this. Have you heard of this any time? Monday blues. Looks like right now you are in that state, Monday blues. Monday blues means these Westerners, it goes with Westerners basically, originated over there. They work Monday to Saturday, Monday to Friday like bulls. Work is worship in the real sense for them. They don't waste time at the workplace. Because of that, this fast food became very popular. Why do you think fast food became very popular in the Western countries? Lunch, we spend an hour, but they want to work while having food also. They don't want to take an hour off the work. So have a bite while working and work. While traveling, have a quick bite. All these Subway. Have you heard of the brand Subway? Where do you find subway, metros? So it's a small outlet. While traveling, they buy something, they have a quick bite and go to the office. While working, no lunch break as such. They have something next to them, they have a quick bite. So they work like bulls in the real sense. Work is worship. I have used a few words, do remember, I mean. Coming to Saturday, Sunday, they freak out. Write the expression, freak out. Means what? Enjoy a lot. They travel long distances, they occupy motels, they hit the highways with the family, they enjoy a lot. So Monday morning they have to rush to the office again. They feel a little low spirits. That's what precisely we call Monday blues. Means what? Low spirits or reluctance to go to office on Monday morning because you enjoyed 2 days. Low spirits, to be in low spirits. Now you guys, at the outset you don't work Monday to Friday, you haven't got a job yet. But you are occupied, that is a different thing. But Monday morning you don't respond, what does it mean? Or there could be another reason. Every Monday we practice Mauna Vratam. So Mondays we don't speak. Shall I continue? So that is one word why should you, smart learners, Philippine, no one has answered. I asked why should you put a star mark? That's why I had to talk about Monday blues. See what I expect from you, already some senior students are here, those who have completed the course. When I ask the question why should you put a star mark above the word Philippine, you have to tell me, sir, before the names of some countries we have to use a definite article the. And 3 examples are very important, the Netherlands, the Philippines and the Irish Republic. Not in the same way, you are not the master. As a student, keywords if you tell, that will be appreciated. So that is one thing. Underline the word hostage. Hostage goes with usually hijack. Write the word hijack. It's already there. I'm sure you know that word. Hijacking. Hijacking a bus, hijacking a plane. And the people in the plane or the bus, we use the term hostage. But here I would like to give a few important words. First you write the word kidnap. See, if you are dull, I become dull. If you are active, I become active. It's a chain reaction, do remember. So kidnap, you all know the word. And someone kidnaps a particular person, after that they demand money. There is one important word for that. Please write a ransom. A ransom means what? Money demanded by the kidnappers. Money demanded by the kidnappers. And sometimes what happens, the kidnapper, one person, the person who got kidnapped, another person. Imagine a girl got kidnapped. The girl falls in love with the kidnapper. There is a term for that, sometimes they are given as a passage. Please write. Stockholm Syndrome. Have you heard of this any time? Yes sir, no sir. Stockholm Syndrome means the one who gets kidnapped falls in love with the kidnapper. Why? Nobody knows. I think they have taken a few movies as well. Hindi, The Highway, I think one movie about Stockholm Syndrome, and Tamil also one movie about Stockholm Syndrome. And why have I given this? Sometimes you may get as a passage. In fact, they give once or twice. An important term you have to remember. Have you copied that? Hostage, based on that hijack, you all know. Let us go to the next one. Question number 10. That part is over. What are these about? Word swap. If early canvassing techniques. Canvassing techniques you can consider, but you have to look at the complete sentence. If early canvassing techniques don't work and on the ground speculations and campaigning doesn't work, how meaningful are the horse-race persuasion? This, at the outset I thought only word swap. It is not word swap. It is a correct order of words. So you got to be very careful. This is, please put a star mark. I think they have given 3 questions, am I right? All the 3 put a star mark. Under pressure what happens, we take things for granted. And some students don't even bother to read the instructions. And some students, unfortunately, they don't understand the instructions. It happened once or twice. Paper, a tough paper, new models. Many students, I think 17, 18, Many students could not understand the instructions. You got to be a little careful. So here it is not about the word swap. What is it about? The word order. Based on that, here, if early canvassing techniques, generally we don't use the word techniques with the word campaigning or canvassing. What is the third word here? Meaningful techniques. And the fourth word, persuasion techniques. If you are exposed to the language, definitely that is the right combination. Persuasion techniques. It's a combination. How many options begin with a D? Oh, your bad luck. Now second word, DA. What is A here? Techniques. Let us try that one. If early persuasion techniques don't work and on the ground canvassing and campaigning doesn't work. They have taken these two. I have already given one rule. English people, they consider two nouns one unit, one rule, and sometimes they consider two synonyms one unit. Remember, two nouns, I usually give the example, bread and butter. Is his favorite breakfast or are his favorite breakfast? Is. Why bread and butter? Considered one unit. And two synonyms, law and order, considered one. Based on that here they have considered, please underline does not work. You should have got the doubt. Because speculations, here not speculations, canvassing and campaigning doesn't work. Two words are there, but they have considered one unit. Based on that does not. So here DA, perfect. Are you convinced or not? If you are convinced, you don't have to refer the other option, but this one you have to cross check. What is the third word here? Does not work. How? C is what? How meaningful your behavior, how meaningful your approach. Nothing wrong. Are the horse race, and what are you left with? Horse race, speculations. Perfect. What is this horse race? In this context, do you know the meaning? At least non-verbal communication you can respond. No. Horse race in this context means buying the MPs or buying the MLAs. Usually in our country it happens quite often. Elections, after elections, they buy the MLAs and MPs. That is known as horse race, horse racing. They buy. Are you aware of that? I'm sure you are aware of that. So what is the answer here? First option is the answer. The theory which was, here use your grammar knowledge, which was broken, which was taken, which was presented, which was written. So it should be in past passive voice. Any sentence in passive voice, the main verb is in which form? Past participle form. How many options do you have? Chaotic, adjective, intervention, noun, promoted, verb in past participle. So what is the right word here? D. How many options with the D? 3. Your bad luck. So the theory which was promoted by Austrian economists like Hayek holds that a natural structure will what? Will emerge. Here you need to use the verb in the bare infinitive form or basic form without to. Will emerge. So you cannot use will intervention, will, what is the other word? Will chaotic, not correct. Will emerge. That means that DA, how many options with DA? Answer is the third option. Once you get it, you don't have to cross check. He also added, he was delighted with her leadership. This could be right. And write that she is impressed, CEO for this company. He also added he was what? You need a verb, am I right? He was, underline he was first. It could be delighted, it could be impressed. He was delighted, shall we start with that? Or shall we start with he was impressed? Impressed, okay. He was impressed with her leadership. Anything wrong with leadership? And write that you cannot use. Impressed that she is the right CEO. Impressed or delighted that she is the right CEO. Here, based on that, let us say D, impressed, and B is what? Leadership. And what is the next one? Delighted. And what is the last one? C. What is C here? Right CEO. Perfect. So what is the answer here? But I have made it very simple in the sense I have told you what is what based on the context. Under pressure, these are not easy, do remember. And third one, put a star mark. You can use impressed, you can use delighted. What is the difference? Write the meaning of the word delighted. Delighted means happy. When you meet someone for the first time, you can use glad to meet you, nice to meet you, and delighted to meet you. Celebrity, delighted to meet you, happy. There's a common error. Imagine, shall I tell that? It goes with everyday English. When you meet someone for the first time, you give your hand and that person says, please write this, how do you do? Question mark. What does that person say in the first meeting? How do you do? They show in movies also that common error. The response, I'm fine. This is what people say. Mark it wrong. When someone says, how do you do? Your response should be, you give your hand, you say, how do you do? What is the response? It is like our namaste. When someone says namaste, what do you say? You say namaste. Am I right? Same thing, English culture. How do you do? How do you do? Nothing more, nothing less. Do remember. Don't say I'm fine, thank you, what about you?